Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Alley. In this tutorial, we're going to have a look at Python's built-in development environment called idle. And while we're at it, we're also going to be looking at some other code editors. So let's get started. Now I'm going to be using Mac for the purpose of this demonstration, but the same things can be applied to other platforms as well. Before opening idle, I quickly want to show you the Python shell on the terminal. That way we'll be able to see the differences between the normal shell and idle. So let's open it up. Now this is your normal Python shell. It has some information on the top about which Python version you're on, as well as some other information. It also has these three greater than symbols. This is known as a command prompt. And when you see this, it means Python is in interactive mode and is ready to take inputs. Now, what do you mean by interactive mode? It means that you can type a command on the shell and Python will evaluate that command and then print the output. Then it'll again wait for you to enter another command. This process will repeat till you exit the shell. This is also known as REPL, which stands for read, evaluate, print loop. So let's say you have 2 plus 2. Now this here is an expression. So you're giving this command to Python, and then when you press enter, Python reads this command, evaluates it, and then prints the output on the screen. Let's try another one. Let's say we have 34 times 56. So Python shell is really very powerful. You can do all sorts of stuff here, not just calculations, but you can do string manipulation. You can also print stuff here. So let's say we want to print hello. And then as you press enter, Python evaluates this command and then displays the output. And this is what a Python shell looks like. Let's move on to idle now. So idle stands for Integrated Development and Learning Environment, and it comes by default with Python installation. If for some reason you don't have idle installed, don't worry about it. We can just look at another code editor. Now if you see, we have a command prompt here as well. And it is strikingly similar to the Python shell. In fact, it is a Python shell with some more functionalities. So for example, you get a menu bar here from where you can open a module or create modules. Then you have a shell where you can restart it. You also have a bunch of debugging options as well. So let's play around with the Python shell here. Let's start with some calculations. For example, 45 plus 89. And it'll display the output. You can also do exponentiation. For example, 2 raised to the power 3 will give us 8. Then you can go ahead and do print on hello, and it'll print hello. Now all this is good, but what you actually want is to write code in a file so that you can edit it, modify it, and then run whenever you want. And so in order to create a new file, just go here and then click new file. If you're on a Mac, you can press Command N. If you're on Windows or Linux, then you can press Control N. So now that you have this file open, you can go ahead and write code here. So let's start with writing hello from the file. Let's also print some calculation. And you can go ahead and write more code here, but this will suffice for now. We will now run this file, but first we need to save it. So press Command S or Control S to save, and then first program.py, and once you've saved it, you can go to the run menu and then click on run module. Now when you click run module, Python shell will restart and then it will execute this file. Now the way Python executes a file is by going line by line, right? So first it will evaluate this line, which will output hello from the file, and then it will output print 34 plus 56, which is 90. You can go ahead and add some more code here, hello again, or even modify and then hit save, go to run and run module, and Python shell will restart again. It will then go line by line and then print hello again, as well as update this. That's all about idle. It's a decent way to learn and program in Python, but there are better ways to go about it. Let's now explore some code editors that can give you a much better experience writing Python programs. Note that I'm focusing on editors that are available for all platforms: Windows, Linux, and Mac. That way, no matter which platform you're working on, you will be able to continue using the editor that you like. So first up is Sublime Text. It's a very popular editor, and you can get it at sublimetext.com. The other one is Atom, again a very popular editor with a bunch of different features. Then we have Visual Studio Code, which has taken the web community by storm, so I would suggest that you take a look at it. Next up we have the good old Vim. It's a very lightweight but powerful editor that literally does everything. And then we have Emacs. It's a very difficult program to learn, so if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend it. And then finally we have PyCharm. I personally use PyCharm a lot. It has one of the best support for Python, and working on complex projects like web applications becomes a breeze. That's all about code editors. It is important that you explore them and decide on one of the editors, as it's going to be your companion as you continue to program. Having a good knowledge of the code editor will make you a lot faster in coding, so I highly recommend that you spend some time learning about it. That's it for this tutorial. Now let's move on to homework. Your first task is to play around with idle. Do random calculations, print whatever you want. For the second task, I want you to explore all the various code editors and choose one of them. Finally, write a program that prints Hello Coding Alley using the chosen code editor. That's it for this tutorial. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video if you liked it. You can also support this content by pledging on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.